new segment here because it just ended. So what did you just say, Dad?
Said, after all this, I loved 100% my father and I loved 100% my mother.
Do you
No question.
do you miss them every day?
I dream about them every day.
Still?
Not every day, but I dream.
Do you do you ever miss them less than when they first left?
I'm not really miss them, but when I think of them, I do miss them.
Was it hard? Well, which one was harder for you?
Both the same. My father died, and Yaakov from South Africa, he called me. I was the first couple of weeks or months that I was. He called me and said, I got not good news for you. I said, his father? My father?
You knew right away, huh?
He said, he's dead. I mean, dead.
What year was this?
Okay, 73 or 74. 73, I think. Yeah, 73.
What if you could tell your dad something, what would you say to him?
I'd say a lot of things. I said, I'm sorry if I did anything wrong to you.
Do you feel like you did something wrong to him?
I could do much more.
I don't think so. I disagree. This wasn't supposed to be an emotional video.
But Moshe also, I feel bad that he didn't do it. But he was kind of not listening to him so much.
Well,
That's
we learn, we're not perfect, but I think that it's intent. I think we make mistakes and we deviate, but I think it's what your intent is. And when you make a mistake, do you learn from it?
Of course.
I don't think your dad would think, anything bad about you,
He was praising me always.
Do you feel, not that you think do you feel that he had a favorite?
No.
We have to be PC, but do you think that there was a...
No favorites. I mean, when a new baby comes, he's more kissing him and
Right.
yeah,
Like Hayden.
Like Hayden, yeah.
What would you say to your mom if you could say something to her?
Always nice to her, so...
What would you say?
I say, I miss you, I want you here. And I say, like, I wish I could have, like, extra year, now, like you can come back.
Right.
And I'll pay $1,000.
1,000, that's it?
Well, as much as I have, but I mean...
The 1,000?
Yeah.
You would give it every single
give
video and
everything,
DVD
everything.
and penny,
Oh,
and
yeah.
shirt off your back.
Of course. But what is the same? It's just
What would you do with your mom? Would you take her to Vegas?
I take them both to America to start with.
Have they ever been here?
No.
So let's forward a little bit. We talked about your childhood a little bit. When you went to the military, what branch of the military did you serve?
Don't know.
You're not answering for me.
I didn't know. Oh, Navy.
And what was your highest rank that you achieved?
Sergeant.
And back then, what did they pay sergeants in the Navy?
They didn't pay much when I was a sergeant, but because I was service due, I have to do it. And I did 2.5 years that I have to do.
Did you do beyond your mandatory?
1 year.
What was your
Then
job?
they pay me.
What was your job in the Navy?
I was engineer in the engine.
And what ship did you serve on?
Achirat. The name is Achirat.
What era did you serve?
It was 1958 to 62.
And were there any wars or
They all afraid of me. They didn't have.
so they avoided it? And what did you ever see any combat or come close to any combat?
Absolutely.
Tell us about they used your movie, your ship in a movie.
Yes,
Tell us
yes,
about
yes.
that.
The movie Exodus. They came to us. They talk. We didn't know they talk what. And we saw Paul Newman and Eve Marisette. Anyway,
they used your ship right in the background of what movie? Yeah, so your ship was in the movie, but they painted over, right?
They paint only the only the letters.
Right.
We were Kuf 40 and they had D40.
Did you ever come close to any tense moments? Was there ever any time that you thought, "Uh-oh, this is it"?
No, never.
Who was your best friend on the ship?
Your name.
His name was. Is that how I got my name?
I told her Joel because I had a friend that was dying to come to America. Was telling me how he loved America. Joel was me.
So was that part of the inspiration?
Yeah.
How come I never heard this story before?
Well, you didn't ask me.
Of course I have. So he was your best friend on the ship?
Yeah, kind of. I had all of them friends, but we were talking a lot about America.
Did you ever get in any fights on ship?
One time.
And what happened to the guy you fought?
He was hanging on a bar high above the table, and he tried to kick me, and I held his foot, and I could twist it, and he would fall. But then I was thinking, probably it will be
bad idea.
Bad injury.
Was there any women on the ship?
No.
You know, they say in the military, there was no women at all. Was that tough?
No, well, when we come down, we would go up to the command center. There was a line. There were a lot of girls there, and on the phone we'll get them.
What ports did you visit? Tell me about the ports that you've been to.
With the Exodus, we had to go.
Forget about United States for starters. Tell me about some ports in your side of the world.
From the Navy, we didn't go behind the Mediterranean. We went to France. We went to Cyprus with Exodus.
Did you see the Eiffel Tower?
No. After I saw.
So tell me about some ports you went to.
That's what I mean. We went to Nantes. We went to Toulon. Toulon was the navy of the French. It was, and then from there we went with the buses. We went to the casino. What's the name of the casino there?
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo.
Did you play a little bit?
No.
You didn't have the money to play back then.
No, we had some money. We didn't want to lose it.
Okay.
I never played poker.
We'll get to the poker. Don't worry about the poker. So tell me some other ports in Europe and Asia.
No. Europe.
Anywhere?
Europe. We were only in France.
Any Asian ports? China, Japan?
Never Far East. Never.
Egypt.
Egypt.
Have you seen the pyramids in Egypt?
We couldn't go. We were in war with them.
Okay.
Couldn't go. Now they can.
So.
Anyway, so I saw Malta also.
When you were in port, how long did you get?
We were there like a week or two.
And would you stay in a hotel or would you live on the ship?
The ship.
Today when we get the Navy in Portland, they stay in hotels because they want to be off the ship.
Oh, and we went also to Italy.
So, what were you most looking forward to when you got off the ship?
I was looking to buy things for the family. That's why my father was praising me.
What about some? What about some? See, so what about some special food? I mean, were you like, oh man, I'm tired of the ship's food?
No, never. The ship food was good.
What was a typical meal on the ship?
In the morning we have breakfast, eggs, and whatever you ask them.
Yeah, they make
how
it.
you ask it. No bacon, no crab.
Right.
They don't even have bacon. And then in lunch they had sometimes steak, sometimes meatloaf, sometimes.
Was there beer on the ship, or was it forbidden?
I don't remember. You could buy beer
On the ship,
on the ship.
and you could drink it if you're off duty.
Yes.
Now, back then you ate more meat, right?
Yes.
Were you allowed to have? How many people slept in the room? Was there in the room you slept in?
It's not a room. It's a whole section.
And did you have like a locker or like a foot locker to keep your things?
Was this a?
Police, yeah. So you had a locker or a foot locker to keep your things?
Oh yeah, locker right there, right where you sleep.
Could you,
and then it's,
if you were hungry at 2 a.m., what did you do? Starve? Did you have some snacks, a pantry?
no, they have like late night. Late night, like after dinner, you have late night, like 11 or 12 or something like this.
Like if you were working late duty or something like that?
No,
And-
no. You can go. You're free until certain hour. You have to go to sleep.
What time did they have you? Did you go through like a boot camp, like they do here?
That's good.
Boot camp. You know, they put you through 6 weeks of intense training. You know, physical training, tough.
You mean punishment?
Before you're serving, before you go to your ship, did they
But
give
is
you
it a
intense?
punishment?
No, it's a training.
In the training we do before we come to the
Was it intense training?
It's a training. We do like the foot soldiers.
Like boot camp.
I don't know what's boot camp, but we go out to the field like we're going to
Right.
take
And was it
something.
tough? Was it demanding? Was it rigorous?
Yeah, well, not really, but you have
You
to
know,
go.
now the drill sergeants, they yell at you. You have to have everything perfect.
They don't yell. They when they give you the order, it's not yelling. It's so everybody can hear it.
Now, did you have, when you were in port, were you allowed to wear street clothes, or was it always in uniform?
Always uniform. Even when you go
do you
home.
think back then-
Even when you're home.
Do you think back then the women were, they loved the uniform?
I suppose the Navy was some of the boys. I went to the Navy to go travel.
So when you went to port and they didn't have any women on ship, you must have been ready to meet women.
We could bring a lady to the ship to visit.
But you couldn't keep her overnight.
Right.
You had to find a hotel room by the hour type of thing.
No, I had sex with them.
I can't remember.
I would ask some of the higher officers. They had certain cabin. I said, can I have a room? Okay.
So there was kind of an understanding,
Yes.
and they kind of said okay.
Aliza, I brought to the ship.
So now there were brothels back then, right? Where the ship's ports were, there was prostitutes, right? There had to.
Prostitute on shore.
How many people were on your ship?
I forgot, maybe 100.
How many of your crew went with prostitutes?
I don't know.
Probably most.
I don't know. I tell you with me what happened.
0.
Wait a minute. I had one prostitute that I used to go and just talk to her, be friendly with her. And I always talk to her and that's it, and then go back to the ship to sleep. And one day she said, don't you want to sleep with me? And him, don't you want to fuck me?
Right.
I said, I do, but I don't have the right thing to do with that.
Condom?
I didn't want. No, no.
Oh, right.
I said I don't want to do that. But she said, I don't want you to be my customer. I just want you to have sex with me or whatever it's in you. I said, that's different. She said, come with me, come. And we went behind a building somewhere. She took off her pants and everything. And she gave me a condom, I told her. Right?
Back then, were condoms like they are now?
Same.
Right.
Condom, anyway. So I put it on, and I had sex.
She said that'll be $20.
She said no. She said, did you like it? She said, I didn't want money from you. You're my friend. And I said, did you like it? She said, oh, more than any time. That's
So-
bullshit anyway.
So what?
Where are we? Are we?
We're almost there. So last question before we're to the hotel. What do you think made you different from the other guys there?
I'm different because I didn't want to be paying for sex.
What do you think makes you different from other guys? When you see how other guys
I don't
behave,
know other guys.
I see other guys. You know, I go, oh, I would never do this. I would never do that. What makes you different?
Well, first I never was kind of make myself ready,
Right.
like get condom and get ready to fuck somebody, you know. Second, I don't want to get disease with
Right.
prostitutes and all.
Plus, you're not going to fight with a bunch of guys over a woman. You know, you'd rather pass and move on, right?
No, prostitutes don't.
Or women in general. Women in
Oh,
general.
women.
If there's a
No.
competition,
Uh,
like 3 or 4 guys interested in the same girl, what's your opinion?
no,
Screw it.
We didn't have that.
All right.
We find a girl that want to fuck. That means we fucked good enough. We did.
All right. We made it to the hotel. We are here.
Oh, listen to this.
Okay.
The lady that she told me, I don't know if it was her or another one. Oh, that was another one. I was after we went to Colombia. This was after I went to Colombia with a merchant ship.
Yeah. Make the story quick because
And
we're
we
here.
fucked- We had sex with them. Oh, it's all going here?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, so we had sex with them
Yes.
in the jungles of Colombia
Yes.
with women. And
That's nasty.
A lot of them, you know. And then we come back eventually. We went many places that we slept. And when we came back, doesn't matter how many we had, it doesn't matter. And I came back to my father's shop, and a lady passed, and I went out of the shop. There is an entrance that you can go, but out by the street, and I see her, and she's smiling. I say, "Excuse me, whatever." I don't remember what I told her, and I this and that and that. They say. She said, "What are you doing?" I say, I'm in the Navy and I'm going back to the ship tonight." So, but it's for Monday. I have to be in Monday after.
Go faster.
Anyway, so I went with her and we went to a hotel.
Okay.
Okay. And I had to take two rooms. Because they don't let you, if you're not married, they don't let you.
Oh, they won't let you stay in the same room with them.
Right.
Oh.
He wanted more money, I think.
Right.
Anyway.
That's what it sounds like.
We did, and she came to my room, and we didn't stop fucking for 3 days.
Did you miss the ship?
No, I can't.
What does that have to do with Colombia?
I want to say that I was in Colombia and fucked in the jungles of Colombia and in another city. And we did everything after that. So what happened? After we went, said goodbye, thank you, this, that, and And she went. She went by bus home. And then I feel like I have a little.
Oh no.
I use condom, you know.
Yeah.
I had scratching here. And I looked, I see something different. And then another day, then I feel here
Yeah.
on my chest. I went quickly to the doctor on the ship. He said, "Oh, you bet." So he said, "You have those mandavoshkas, we call it. You have those crabs there. And what I'll do is I'll put some of the DDT
Right.
all over the foot." And he says, "I'll give you a big thing, and I want you for the whole week to put some in here,
Right.
and here, everywhere you have hair." And then I put in the morning after the shower, and then I walk in at night, I take off my shoes. All the mandavoshkas in my socks dead. I threw away those socks.
Oof.
So what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
all the places we went and we did
That's the worst thing that
and
happened.
she
to
was
you.
a nurse, this girl,
Oh, of all the places you went,
and she's a nurse.
and this was a nice
The
girl.
nice girl.
You were in the jungles of Colombia. You went to this way and that way, and here's a nice girl.
Nice girl.
A nice girl that took a motel with you for 3 days. I get it. All right. Here we are, Dad. Let's go play.